welcome back to another Inside Lansing. I'm your host, Neil Murphy, and today we're down at the Patti Leach Youth Center with the director, Aneisha Titsworth. Aneisha, thanks for being here today.
Thank you for having me again. How are you?
Doing good. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. Happy to be back in the building.
We were just going to ask that. So
Yes.
it's been a while since we've had you on the show.
Yeah.
Part of that's due to the fact that a pandemic hit, as everybody knows, and that changed things here for a little while. So what did some of those changes look like, both at the start and as you started to open up due to the
Of
pandemic?
course.
What were some of those changes?
Initially, we didn't expect it to be as long as it was. Of course, no one did. So we kind of just played it by ear. We switched to full virtual interaction with the kids, a lot of Instagram meetups, Google Hangouts.
Google Hangouts, yes, we use
Yes.
those all the time.
And then we did like different scavenger hunts. We tried to incorporate being at home, but making you feel like you were still in a group as much as possible. So those are some of the things.
And did you have any challenges as you opened up with visiting and how that worked?
As far as us finally opening back up, it's been a slow start. That was kind of expected with the pandemic. People are still precautious. Kids are getting back acclimated in the building and being around each other. So overall, everything is going good. I anticipate the summer will pick up more participants and more visitors. So we're preparing and we're excited for the summer months to come.
And we are too, and we know it is kind of an exciting thing. If you see, we're down in the main
Yes.
main hall here, and it seems like there was some changes since last people were here.
Absolutely.
Could you talk a little bit about what has happened down here?
Yes, so we did take advantage of being closed. The building received a remodel in our main room, so we got a new dance floor that we're sitting on. We got some new carpet. Our staging has been extended about 3 feet. We're still working on some more things as far as updating our outside, getting a new marquee, getting some nice little awnings, just making the building look inviting and exciting for the kids. So I am very excited for the future of what the building will look like aesthetically.
Maybe I can get some dance moves going afterwards on the
Yes,
dance
please
floor.
come. We'll have a nice little party.
So it's great to see all these renovations back in place, but there's been other things happening behind the scenes that people might want to know about.
Yeah.
Such as there's some new partnerships that are happening with you, sir. Maybe you could talk a little bit about what those partnerships are and how they help.
Absolutely. Okay, so the history of the center, it's always been like a place for kids to come hang out, have a good time, play games, be safe with friends. So now we have 2 partnerships that I'm very excited about. The first one is a partnership with TRIO's program Upward Bound through Chicago State University. Okay. It is a college preparatory program. It goes from your freshman year throughout your senior year. So right now we have about 20 youth signed up for it. Because we're still in a pandemic, everything will be virtual this year, but with the hopes of us returning to some level of normalcy next year, the kids will be able to visit colleges. They'll be in the college doing different classes. It's kind of like a day in the life of a college student, but from a high school perspective, they help with financial aid, they help with scholarship preparation, essay writing, just everything geared around the next level.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then the second partnership we have is called Junior Achievement Program. They have programs that teach you about financial literacy, about entrepreneurship skills, life skills, those type of soft settings. So that'll just give our kids a sense of reality. Like one of the courses that I'm excited about is it shows them what it looks like to manage money. So they open up a bank account, they write fake checks, they get debit cards. It's just putting them in the driver's seat of their life. And kids love being adults. So this really helps them get a full glimpse of, what some of those responsibilities are.
If only they knew what it was like to be an adult.
If only they knew.
But it is exciting. It's great
Yeah.
to see that. And with the opening up, I guess the main thing I'd like to ask, the thing that people probably really want to know when they think of the youth center is there's got to be some events coming up.
Yeah.
What are some events people could look forward to here?
Our field trips. Because we've been at home all year, I'm very eager to get the kids on the road. So one of the things we are doing is an obstacle course at Iron Oaks. It's a team building exercise.
You're going to do the zip lining and you're going to do it?
No, I'm going to sit back and watch the kids be interactive.
That's where I would be too.
Absolutely. And then we're going to visit Deep River Water Park. We're going to try to hit up Six Flags. In about 2 weeks, we're going to Aurora for this volunteer event. It's called Feed My Starving Children. Essentially, it's 2 teams. You try to pack up as much food. You pick a country that the food is going to, and then at the end, they do a tally, a total up of how many boxes you prepared, whether it's India, Indonesia, Africa, wherever your site is for the food. But we're gonna do that. We're looking forward to doing some movie nights. We got a big old 30-foot inflatable screen, so doing a pull-up and park in the lot or in the park over here, but just trying to get the kids back in the building, back together, having fun, and within means, making sure we're still safe, of course, but the goal is definitely to be back together.
Yes. And I mean, hearing all that, if I was a kid, I'd be pretty excited to know where to sign up. So how does somebody get registered here?
So we can do it a few ways. We rely on Instagram heavily because this is the culture that the kids gravitate to. But of course, you can still visit the Village website and you can sign up that way. And then you can also just come on in. We're here. I'm here early in the morning. Staff is here between 12 to 5 o'clock. And you can just stop in, sign up. We used to have a registration fee, which is only $10, which is amazing, but because we're just coming out of a crazy time, we're not even doing the registration fee. The goal is just to get the kids in the building, introduce them to what we have going on and get them involved. So please, if you know someone, come on in. We do 6th to 12th grade, and this summer we're gonna offer hours for 5th to 12th grade as well. So we're looking for volunteers. We're looking for kids that are hungry to have fun and enjoy their summer because they've been in the house so much.
Right.
Someone has to be going crazy to look for something to do.
And I don't think a lot of people, maybe some people know this, but Channel 4, we're in the same building.
Yes,
as you
you're our
guys.
neighbor.
So occasionally we do intersect a little bit, and so I have seen kids returning to the youth center. And what has that been like? How have the kids responded to the return? Are they happy, excited? What activities are they doing?
Well, our first activity, we did a self-care slumber party for the girls, and the response was great because they had missed they missed their friends, they missed us, and then the initial response, of course, was aesthetically, the building looked nothing like it looked when we left last year. So everyone was saying how nice it looks. They love the dance floor, they love the carpet, they love the new games that we have. So that was a plus. Overall, we've just kind of been hanging out. We had an ice cream social right when TF South got out of school. We've had intramurals in the park, played some volleyball, did some tag. Not a lot, just like I say, just hanging out,
It's
getting used to being back to.
Exactly, kind of everybody's getting used to the social interactions again.
Yeah.
And that for kids, that's probably more important and even more difficult to try and transition.
Absolutely. I think it's the social emotional component because kids have been stuck in a screen for the last year. It's strange how much you've changed without really realizing it. So integrating a lot of team building exercises, a lot of activities that required them to talk. We did a lot of therapeutic exercises. They probably didn't even realize it was therapeutic, but of course, me on the back end, knowing, well, we're gonna play this game and the greater goal is to get you to talk, to put your phone down, to interact with your peers, have a good time. So far it's been good. We can only go up from here, so I'm excited about that.
And we are too.
Thank you.
Very much. So with all that said, what can people look forward to maybe with the future of the Youth Center over the next year or two?
Well, one thing for sure is us being on the road. We're looking to doing some type of transportation route. So if, let's say, you have a kid that's at home and maybe you're not as close as you would like your kid to be as far as walking or riding their bikes, and then, you can call on us, we can pick them up, set up an arrangement, whether you pick them up after hours or we drop them back off. Definitely field trips more. I want to get the kids out of the building, exploring the city. That was one of my goals when I came into this role, helping the kids integrate themselves into the world. So for me, that is taking them outside, connecting them more to Lansing as a community. Of course, our neighbors, connecting them to downtown Chicago, just seeing some of the things that our great state has to offer overall. And then these partnerships, you know, I want to see our kids have internships. I want to help them get summer jobs, help them prepare for the transitions, whether they are going to college or if they're entering high school, just helping them along their personal journeys. So that is something that I'm setting the youth center up to be in a space where we can do that. We have endless amounts of resources, and I think that maybe the parents and the kids don't take full advantage of it. So I'm really looking forward to positioning us to be that aid to families and to the community in general.
Well, like I said, we're very excited to see all this.
Yes.
And we've talked a lot about what's happening here, but we haven't talked about you. And
Okay.
I'd just like to ask one question before
Okay.
we go to see where your heart is.
Okay.
And just a reminder, I mean, it's been a crazy year for you, you know, with the
Absolutely.
pandemic, and you're probably feeling like things are starting to come back to life a little bit. What do you love about being the director here?
All of it. I just love being around the kids. It reminds me of my youthful days. It keeps me happy. It keeps me energetic. It's very rewarding. If I can help a kid in the slightest way, whether it's put a smile on their face, just be a role model to them or a friend or aid, then I'm okay with my day. My days are never hard. Sometimes they're long, but it goes by pretty fast because it's fun for me, you know. So it's truly a place that I enjoy being and coming to every day, and I'm very thankful for it.
Thank you very much for that,
Thank
Aneisha.
you.
And we look forward to having you on probably next year as well, and look forward
Yes.
to everything coming up here.
Absolutely. Hopefully we can get the cameras rolling when the kids are in the building. I think that'd be great.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on Inside Lansing.